question of the day. What do you do when your partner has decided or announced or told you that they simply have lost their libido? They say they have no desire for sex. They're not turned on. They're just not really interested. They're really sorry. They might even be willing to help you, or to do things for you. Take one for the team, if you will. But they really cannot locate, and they're sincere. They just don't feel like they've got any real desire for sex. It just doesn't matter to them. I get this all the time from clients. And sometimes I think if you just look around and listen, I think maybe you could think that it's usually the male and the woman, the wife, has given up sexual desire. I won't say that I don't hear that a lot, but I do also hear the flip side of it, that wives or women are upset that their male partners are not really responsive. And in some ways that maybe is a little bit harder. But let's talk about it a little bit. What to do. So first thing is that we all want to say, oh, it's because of some circumstance. It's health issues. It's my age. I'm past menopause, whatever. Okay. If anybody just wants to claim that, wants to say that, that's fine. But there's an easy way to deal with that. Get a checkup. So if your partner is saying, oh, it's just, I can't do anything about it. It's not my mind. It's just my body, whatever. Help them, encourage them to go to a checkup, get their hormone levels checked, find out maybe they really are missing a lot of testosterone. Testosterone in men absolutely lack of it will deplete a sex drive. Women also, though, we have hormones that encourage a sex drive, testosterone among them. And we may need to get that checked and leveled out, because certainly, God knows, middle-age menopause, that definitely can mess a woman up from up and down one day to another. So go get those checked out and see what you can do. There are different ways you can eat right. There are different medications you can take, creams, pellets, all sorts of things. So if it's hormonal, find that out and go. And if your spouse is like, oh, it's just not worth it, whatever, I always say, think about what would happen if one spouse turned to the other and said, I'm just tired of talking. I am just tired of talking. I don't have any desire to talk anymore. We've talked in the past. We've spent 20 years talking. I'm just tired of it. So can we just kind of live in silence? Not very many spouses would be up for that. God knows I would never encourage somebody to stay in a relationship if silence was the rule and they were not the one that was comfortable with it. So talking for me is my way of connecting. Sexy for some people, it's a way of connecting, right? I want talking, I want sexy. Some of us think that one can substitute for the other, but it can't. So if you are with a partner, whatever your desire is one thing, but their desire counts also. And the whole idea is, as a relationship, you've got to find a way to meet in the middle. And abstaining from something that one partner really finds important and finds connective, abstaining from that is going to be detrimental to the relationship. There's the fact. So, all right. So let's say, all right, let's go. We've checked out the body part. You know what the next one is? How we feel about ourselves. Whether it's a man or a woman, I promise you, I have clients who their bodies have changed, whether it's because they've gained weight, they've lost weight, their boobs used to be here, their boobs are now there, their balls used to be here, their balls are there, whatever it is, the dick doesn't work as well as it should. Maybe they've had health issues, maybe they've had cancer, mastectomies. There's so many different reasons that our feelings about our bodies change. But so often when we don't love our bodies, we don't think that anybody else could. We don't find our body sexy. We don't think anybody else could find our body sexy. So in some ways, turning off our libido is a way of protecting ourselves against rejection, right? The worst thing in the world is to have your partner say, oh, I don't really find your body sexy. That hurts like such a bitch. I know, I've been there, done that. Sometimes we cut it off first, but I promise you can look at your partner. Okay, if you start with fresh eyes, you notice when they're putting clothes on, are they kind of doing so in the closet? Are they not wanting to be naked with the lights on? Have they changed in the way that they act with their own body? Because you can see that. And if that's the case, you can maybe help raise their awareness, raise their comfort. You can give words of affirmation, be specific. Oh, I love your boobs. Yes, they used to be there. Now they're here, but I love them. I love that I know them. I love that I know how responsive they are. You can find different ways and just say, if there's more squishable parts, God knows, you know, I've got COVID curves. Just maybe talk about, I love that I can grab on, that there's more to hold, that you're softer. Some people don't like skinny stuffed animals, right? Some people don't want just skin and bones in bed. Some people really like a real thin kind of figure. But whatever it is, find sincerely, authentically, honestly, things that you appreciate about your partner's body and make sure that they remember them and you affirm those things with them. And by doing so, you might help them get more comfortable with the idea that their body still, even though it's different, their body can still be a source of loving, sexual, sensual pleasure for you and for them. All right, the third one, we've got the body, we're getting them loving, we've checked out all the hormones. Well, the last one, as I throw my glasses on the ground, think that is a drum roll. The biggest one, it's hard to hear. You may not be turning your partner on. I know that's a tough one, but it might be true, especially if you've been together for a long time. Do you know research shows that women start actually losing, they start getting bored in their sex life after about a year of living together or with a partner or after marriage? So the same thing might have worked. And you might still think, okay, well, I know this and this and this work. And so you keep doing this and this and this. But the fact is, at some point, your partner may be like, okay, I know that worked, but gosh, I need something different because it's just not getting me excited about this. So think about what you're doing. And if you haven't changed the way that you're trying to turn yourself and your partner on, I'd say in 90 days. If you've been doing the same thing for 90 days, let alone 9 years, you need to find a way to change that up. Now, granted, they need to participate in the process, but so start asking them, what sort of sexy fantasy would turn you on right now? What about this movie makes you so excited? What would you like if you had to create your own romantic, erotic story? What would that look like to you? Find all sorts of ways to start questioning and asking, and then change things up. And realize that that sexy is not same old, same old. That's comfortable, that's confident, that's secure, but sexy is different. Romantic is different. It's an energy, an excitement, a romance, a sense of mystery. If your sexy life doesn't have a little bit of mystery, a little bit of excitement, some unknown, some lust, pure, simple lust, that might be why your partner's libido is gone. Same old, warms our heart, doesn't necessarily turn on our body. So there are my 3 answers for if your partner doesn't have a good libido, these might be why. Medical, thoughts about their body, and then what and how they're getting turned on or not getting turned on. So those are the 3 approaches. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Beth Darling, your sexy genius. Send in your questions. You can email me at beth@darlingway.com. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe so you get noticed every time we add more videos. I promise I'm trying to do more and more. And if you send me your questions, then you just might find your answer on this YouTube channel. But thank you so much. I'm wishing you big, big, big hugs and lots of love and lots of good love. I'll see you soon.